Hello and welcome everyone back to the channel. Today we're gonna analyze a really interesting game between Colorful and Happy that happened a couple days ago within DWCC winners bracket finals in the group stage. Group stage are being played in the double elimination, and it's already played on a new patch with buffed wyrms and some buffs from the Night Elf, so we'll see how Happy did in this game. Already a small spoiler, right? Because Happy did use wyrms, and it's really interesting how this game went, and I will try to analyze it, maybe help all of you guys understand how the high level undead play looks like against Night Elf and what Happy is doing, which basically makes him the best player in the game right now. And the map is Autumn Leaves, pretty tricky in the early game. I think it's really hard map on the early game for undead. And there are two playstyles that you can do, maybe three playstyles where you can fast expand with undead. Try that. You can focus on creeping, on some aggression. I saw some tower rushes as well on this map, but Happy plays pretty standard, going with the Acolyte Scout, confirms the Ancient of War on the green dot, and it's really important to scout against Night Elf always. You need to know how Night Elves open with what hero, what kind of creep are they doing early game. And remember, Night Elves are extremely greedy in the early game. You need to control them, see what they do, try to counter them, try to deny some expansion. And this is also what I was trying to teach Tasteless when he was training, that you want to aim in early game when you're opening with DK ghouls to creep your level 2 up, and then try some aggression against Night Elf to slow them down. And as you can see, Colorful is being extremely greedy, you know, just going early from that from one creep to another, using immolation to speed up his creeping, take something aggressively, and secure his level 2 much earlier than Undead can do. And Happy actually is kind of aware of this, would like to stop it a little bit with coil, but yeah, the timing is off. He's not on time there. Could have coil that's Wisp maybe, but maybe he was not paying attention or something. And Happy just goes for defensive position right now. And this is also another thing that is really important, is that when you're playing Undead, you want to probably tech at 22-30 supply, which is 6 ghoul. Obviously, Happy is on the 23, but that's because of the Acolyte, and he needs that level 2. And this will be another really cool thing that Happy does when he's creeping. He tries to control the position of the Demon Hunter and protect his DK from getting mana burned. And I'm gonna pause really soon and look at this. Just check out this. How he is positioning his DK. He keeps him behind and goes in front. So whenever Demon Hunter comes for the mana burn, he can get surrounded. So it's a huge risk for Colorful, and this is how you actually protect your DK from free mana burns. And look, no chance for Colorful to come and even mana burn the DK. Safe level 2 for him. Now was the chance, but if he mana burns, that's 100% surround, I think, from Happy. And from there goes to aggression, right? And this is what you want to do, basically. You have 5 ghouls with your DK, 3 ghouls to your wood, 27 supply. Don't need to produce more ghouls. 8 ghouls is this magic number when you're playing against Night Elf. And now just go for aggression. Try to snipe some archers, maybe kill some wisps. What is the most important thing to do? You want to check if Night Elf is not expanding. A lot of Night Elves are actually putting their expansion during the tech, because they know they have strong mid game. They can play Naga, secure that expansion, play Mass Dryads from there. You don't want Night Elf to be greedy. You need to put some pressure, slow them down. Otherwise, your mid game will be extremely hard to play. And Happy realizes there's not much to do. Try some surrounds. Wants Demon Hunter to burn some mana. He has a lot of mana on his DK. Can coil those units. Wisp maybe going for the block. Tries to, yeah, just safe coil. Turns around for a surround. Archers are close. He cannot keep that surround, obviously, and goes for more aggressive, right? And this is actually one of the things that a lot of undead struggles when they play on the lower level, is that if there's a mid game, right? What hero do I pick? When do I pick Naga? When do I pick Lich? And usually you want to Naga to keep aggression on Night Elf and keep some pressure so they don't creep or they don't expand. This is also good to secure some middle map creeps. Lich is a little bit more defensive. I think that you would like to pick Lich when you're a little bit behind from the early game and you're pushed by Night Elf, or even when Night Elf is just aggressive from the get-go and he contains you in the base, then just go for the Lich, start creeping. You want to power up, you want that level 3 Lich as soon as possible, and just play from there. And there's some aggression from Happy, trying to slow down Night Elf, gonna lose that goal, but that's acceptable still. I think what Happy cares about is, yeah, securing his Naga to maintain the pressure and just buy time. It's all about buying time. He needs tier 3 for his power spikes, he needs Lich, he needs Orb, he needs Destroyers, potentially Wyrms, right? And look what Happy is actually doing. He brings some more goals, and he just keeps the pressure. He doesn't want Night Elf to creep for free there, and just keeps the pressure with his Naga until the Dryads are out, because the Dryads are basically the moment that you want to back off. There's no way you're gonna lose some ghouls, Dryads slow down, Naga slows down, there's no point on sticking around. You only have heroes, you're low on mana, you have ghouls, and look at this. All the time, Happy is just controlling Colorful. He's not committing, he's just there to not allow any creeping. And he's okay with that. It's all about the bank time for Landa. This is not the time when you finish the game. There's no chance to finish the game. And look, the Ancient of Warrior, he's just slowing him down. He wants to slow down Colorful as much as possible. Turns back for a moment, has a skeleton for control, triggers the attack, plays really well. And I think Happy will just move back the moment the Dryads arrive. Here, Dryads are coming, and Happy should be okay. That's it. We're done. We need to go back to creeping. And now, it really depends on your experience and how you are feeling in the game. It's obviously really easy to judge it from this position, but I think that Happy goes now, right, obviously for the natural expansion, but I think he should go for this orange dot. It's a little bit harder. And then for this orange camp and transition to the top left side of the map. But it's really easy to say, right? We're not playing there. He's kind of feeling the game. He knows the opponent. He knows what he can afford. If only Colorful went from this shop aggressively for the creep jack here, he could contain again, steal that creep. So this is just as much safe as possible for Happy right now. And this is where the strong mid game from Night Elf comes, right? He's creeping the middle map, and there's no way that as an undead you can stop it unless you're ahead. And here, the best thing you can do is just keep creeping, and we're gonna actually speed up to the forward, because now this is the creeping phase. Yeah, Colorful takes the middle, Happy goes for the orange, goes back, he makes Lich, right? Lich is in production. What is very interesting, he's transitioning to the Wyrm build, and because of he's doing that, he's not committing to many fiends, right? He only is on 2 fiends. He wants to maintain that supply below 50. You're gonna break supply with the Wyrms, but first some bank, right? There's little wood, and he needs some more gold. Lich coming, and just keeps creeping, like taking control of the top left of the map. It's as defensive as possible, and arguably the only play you can do right now. Early game was rough. This is how the map also plays as Autumn Leaves, and Happy is really strong with creeping, and he's confident with his ability to fight in the mid game. Okay.
Is that a new timing?
Had to click one thing. Yeah, and level 3, almost 4 on Demon Hunter, level 3 on Naga. A tough spot. Wyrm's really good there to melt down bursts. It takes a little bit more effort to do it with Destroyers and a lot of micros, so it's really interesting because Wyrms are now much easier to build, much more available for undead, so it's nice that even Happy is experimenting with them. And one thing that actually Colorful is doing right now, he's not necessarily controlling the position of Happy, and this is where most of the Night Elves actually throw games. They feel way too confident, they start creeping too aggressively, and I think right now that Colorful doesn't really need to do anything. He just, because Happy only level 3, 2 and 2, that's not much. Just buy invulnerability potion right now from the shop, steal it from the Happy. Happy is not having it on his heroes. That's, Colorful has a bank, that would be a nice play to steal that invulnerability potion. He's not doing that, and Happy will secure the invulnerability probably really soon. He already bought the heal scroll. So again, on high level, you won't have many chances to finish the game early, so you have to start preparing for those big fights, right? And you need those invulnerability potions. You need to play safe. Night Elf right now, just expand, make upgrades, whatever, just play safe. There's no need to be greedy. Maybe expansion would be a little bit too greedy, but for sure some upgrades, right? And tons are on the way. And happy with the push. He needs to use the small army timing to kill some bursts. It's not like he's going to finish the game right now. He could finish the game right now, but it's all about just sniping those bursts, sniping those archers. This is a good chance also to finish the game, actually. Colorful a little bit out of position, and this fight goes extremely well for Happy. 62 supply against 39, and this is what I said, that Colorful, in my opinion, being a little bit too confident. He did not scout as well Happy base, maybe caught off guard with that Worm push, and Happy just hit a really good narrow timing with that Worm push, and at this position, that's GG, that's over. It's really hard for Night Elf to come back from that position, but Colorful was, I don't know, he was just trying to be too proactive on the map, just took the Invo Potion, leave like Dryad or Demon Hunter aggressively to control undead position and just creep the other side of the map. You could sacrifice that red dot, that's okay. You have your own red dot, you have bottom right to creep up, get a level 4 Demon Hunter, get those talons. You see that there are destroyers, you have small little counter to destroyers and worm, maybe kill off your archers to get some more supply. But Happy broke supply, he was not banking at all. So again, a little bit too greedy from Colorful, and I think that most of the Night Elf are punished like that. They're just being way too greedy with their play in the mid and early late game. And Happy, in my opinion, he's just going right now for the kill, right? He crept the bottom right, could have went for the red dot, I think. It's the night time after all, so kind of you don't want to necessarily attack Night Elf when there's a night time. But I think also Happy is realizing that he's probably ahead on supply and wants to try to push Night Elf. But also you can be like 20 supply up against Night Elf, attack them on the night, but the Moon Juice, man, like, just the Moon Juice can save Night Elves from a lot of bad positions. And yeah, you see, Happy still goes back, so that push was not necessary for him. Just exchange, you're already ahead with that nice push earlier, and double Worm on Happy, get more upgrades. Actually 0-0 upgrades on his Worms. So against 1-1 from Colorful, but yeah, getting Worms is so wood heavy, it's so hard to squeeze some upgrades. You either get units or you get upgrades, you cannot get both. It's way too expensive on wood, so that's why you don't see much Worm play. It's really expensive on wood, and wood management for undead is really hard to maintain. And Happy got really OP item like Illusions. This is basically the best item he could wished for, and now yeah, it's hard to say which one is real, right? And blind dispels. This push looks like basically like a GG push. 69 supply against 55 supply, and yeah, Colorful just being punished. He was ahead in this game. He played a little bit too greedy in the mid game. I think he wanted to push his advantage too much, and you cannot do it against a player like Happy. Let's be real, like Happy, even having less supply, fights like he's even supply. So you just have to play the long game. You have to play the long game. Just get upgrades, get army, maybe get expansion, control Happy, get items. You need survivability in the fights, and yes, 34 supply, not killing anything, just not having a counter to Worms. Not enough. Not enough units to kill Worms, not enough units to kill destroyers. I think he would need like, 8-10 talons to beat that. So yeah. It looks like easy win, but trust me, so many undeads would basically lose after that early mid game. Trust me, guys. That would be so hard to win that game. And you need to know that Happy is an extremely patient player, in my opinion. He could, I know, stay in base for a long period of time and drag the game. We're gonna go to the next game really quickly, just go forward with it a little bit. But what is important to take away from that game? Two things. One, Don't panic with undead when you're a little bit behind. Just go back to creeping. The only thing that is threatening you, in my opinion, is Night Elf setting up expansion. But if he's not setting up expansion, just play your game, look for opportunity to punish Night Elf, and Happy found it. Colorful was being way too greedy. He wanted to contest the red spot. You saw that Happy, he was not ready to creep that red spot, and he moved back. That was the moment to buy Invulnerability Potion on Demon Hunter. Such a big item. Just buy it and go back with your army. Demon Hunter can stay. Control the undead, right? So a little bit too greedy from Colorful, and Happy just found an opening and punished Colorful with bad positioning. Just rolled with his Ghost into Archer's Coil Nova, slow down Burst, just kill a lot of units, pull back a little bit, crept, get more wyrms, and finish the game. Really nice. And this is one of the things, yeah, look what happened this game. Happy is sending straight ghoul. I don't really like it, even though it worked this game, but I personally don't like it. The only reason, and actually we don't have how the map, I want to show it really soon. The only reason that Happy stopped it is because Colorful again being way too greedy, and this would never work because he put the Ancient of War in this position. In this position, that's way too greedy. That's so greedy, and maybe Happy was expecting that. I think that this ghoul is not bringing you a lot of value. It's basically like rolling a dice if you're gonna punish Night Elf or not. But if Night Elf is playing safe and his Ancient of War is more into the sorry for a moment. So we're back. And what I wanted to say that if Night Elf puts his Ancient of War a little bit to the left, near the base, and play it safe, this ghoul won't deny the Ancient of War. You're gonna save this. And it's already a huge loss for Undead because Undead is sacrificing shop. So DK is just naked without rod. So I personally don't like it. I don't think it pays off. You could say that this moment, oh, that's such a nice place. It will pay off. I don't think so. It slows down undead, slows down your presence in the early and in the early game, and we'll see how this what value this brings to Happy. And as you can see, no second ziggurat, just Necropolis, no shop. And look, this is what I was saying, right? Look, he's pulling with his ghoul, right? Ancient of War in the safe position, and yeah, you cannot deny this. You just cannot deny this. This is the safe position. You can mess around with your wisps. Yep. If you put your initial Ancient of War here, you're okay. Sometimes just don't play greedy, right? It is still rolling a dice, but smaller reward for Happy. But overall, I don't recommend that play. Takes a lot of experience to transition from that. And yep, that's it basically.
Thanks for explaining, chat.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, those videos are not edited, guys. I just going like with the flow, trying to commentate. Again, look, even with the slowdown, just Immolation, such a good spell for Night Elf, and there's no way for Happy to punish this. No rod, only coil, free creeping still for Colorful, and it feels like, I don't know, it feels like Happy just put him more behind than ahead, even though he denied the Ancient of War, right? And from that creep, just Colorful gonna transition to another creep, and okay, he can play around the coils, like he can sacrifice one creep, but even then, it's straight DK, and he's still late for the harass. Still late. It's insane, he's still late for the harass. So where's the value, right? Now is maybe the value, but I mean, Colorful is okay with just trading his HP. He has Moonwells, he can deal some damage to the DK. And okay, Backpack is being researched, so he's gonna bring some rod with his ghoul, which is a nice play. Yeah, coil on Archer. That's actually, this ensnare is huge. Like, a mistake again. Colorful he's really greedy when he plays. I have to say that he's really greedy. That was unnecessary. Nice punish from Happy. This actually could have been denied by Colorful as well, to just... I think he actually did deny it, right? Yeah, I think he actually did deny it. Okay, let's go a little bit forward. And what is happening? Last Refuge, again, kind of tricky map to play. I think it's much easier map to play than Autumn Leaves, to be honest. More options for Undead to creep early on. Also, I feel like fast expanding on this map is also easier. Mid game middle map control also feels a little bit easier than on Autumn Leaves. And yeah, colorful, just all the time aggression. That's the name of the game for him. Happy, trying to sneak, and this is the problem. Like I kind of put it forward, but this is the problem. Happy is behind, right? There's no doubt about it. Even though he stopped the Action of War, it did not pay off. He needs to start creeping in level 2. There is no way he can go to the Murlocs. There is no way he can go to the Trolls. No way he can go to the natural expansion. He's risking getting creepjacked. The only two options he has is either Creep Lab, which is extremely ambitious without skeletons right now, really ambitious, and you're still risking being creepjacked or just Wisp being there on top. And what you want to be sneaky? There's Wisp on top on the tree, and okay, I'm busted, right? Nothing can happen. So maybe, arguably, probably the best case was to go to the side of the colorful map. You're kind of risking that colorful is okay with trading those spots, since he's ahead and he has archers, he has good items, he can just take all the camps here, get level almost 4 Demon Hunter for 2 of his camps, get Naga and control you even more. So yeah, I mean, Happy's just lost the control of the map right now a little bit. And Colorful is really aware, right? He's scouting with his Wisp there, or his Archer, I don't know. And he's scouting with his Demon Hunter with Boots, so, and he's really aware of where Happy can be. Nice creepjack by him. And I mean, yeah, I guess he's just begging for a surround. Just surround me, please. Everything is so hurt. Ah, Clutch Coil from Happy. Yep, and what do? You need to use Dagger right now. And you're just behind. And this is actually the prime example where you cannot take Naga. There's no way you can take Naga, right? You're behind. You lost the control of the map. Colorful will be in your face, and you kind of have to take Lich right now. You have to play Lich. This is the prime example when it's hard to play Naga second. Yeah, again going for that. Just, I mean, I would scout with Skeleton. I think that Happy was not controlling the position of Colorful. He was maybe expecting him to take his shop. But yeah, again, Colorful is playing really aggressive early game, really greedy. And it's a skill battle basically to punish that. That's not necessarily what Colorful is doing. He doesn't have to pull that camp, to be honest. Yeah, he could easily just go back, take consumable item from Happy from the shop, just go to his shop, and he's still okay, right? But Happy, he needs levels. Yeah, and this greediness from Colorful is not paying him off. It just, okay, he's dealing damage, but he's losing units in the process, right? Okay, kills 1 or 2 ghouls there. A lot of damage on the DK, but I don't think that was necessary. I think that you're risking like one bad move there, and Happy can come back. So I don't think that even if you're like having like 20% chance of failing, why give that chance to your enemy to come back to the game, right? And this is actually when Colorful is playing okay, right? He's going back. Just allow that creep. You have prepared Mercamp creep. You can get level 3 Demon Hunter, level 2 Naga, go to the middle, take the shops, right? There are so many options, and not necessarily just being that aggressive. So now will be the creeping phase, probably. Yeah, we're gonna speed up. Yeah, and look at that. Happy is taking the consumable from his shop, and that should be something already taken by Colorful. If you just allowed the lab creep, right? Just take that ogre, and you're okay. Yeah, 3-2, Dryads are there, creeping. And again, Colorful with the aggression. Is it necessary? I don't think so. Are you expecting to finish Happy right now? Let's be honest, let's ask that question. Can you finish Happy right now? No. You're trading a lot of time, a lot of creeping time, to kill 1 ghoul. Maybe a fiend, but yeah. Okay, you forced a mana pot, but still,
on the colorful side of things.
I mean,
but
you lost so much
it's
time. You could have
phase.
expanded in that time. You could have crept a red dot from Happy. Like, just take this red dot, go to your shop, go to the left red dot. I mean, so many options. Why being so aggressive? I don't know. Let's be honest. Are you going to finish Happy right now? No. Not a chance. And going for the Wyrms again. I guess that was the strat from Happy for that game. It worked the first game, even though he had kind of rough early game. Now it's even harder early game, and I don't think that is going to pay off, even though Colorful is trying to throw his advantage, in my opinion. I will be a little bit harsh. I think that a lot of Night Elves are getting way too confident at certain stages of the game and throw a game a lot. And look at that, as I said, right? Happy just going for that red spot. Could have been secured by a Night Elf already. Just take the item. You just want to take the item, and you're gonna have experience from your side of the map. So yeah, just creeping some nice items, and yeah, Happy just taking the side of the map from Colorful. Look, he still has his Merc camp, he still has his expansion. Happy is fine with that exchange. Creeping wise, because Colorful was way too aggressive, he's coming back to the game right now. Because of the aggressiveness of Colorful, he's coming back to the game. Or at least he's being given a chance to come back to the game. And the awareness from Happy, he knows that he needs his Merc camp, right? And he goes there. And now there's a fight, but Wyrm is not there. It's 50 supply, but yeah, pure fiends, no destroyers. Double hero, kinda rough to fight it. Level 4 Demon Hunter, level 3 Naga. But again, Colorful, I'm gonna pause it for a moment. Oh my god, I know you're ahead. I know you're ahead. But why are you taking a fight when there's no orb, there's no stuff? Again, it's just one mistake. You just make one mistake, right? You maybe forgot TP. I know, you misclick something, right? Happy melts bells, and suddenly from advantage you're behind. You're just taking so many risks, so many unnecessary risks in that game. And Happy is just playing solid, right? He's playing to the best ability in a position that he's being put, right?
And now he's running into the worm.
And he's taking every bit of mistake made by Colorful. And those mistakes only happen because he's being way too aggressive. You have to plan ahead. That's the highest level of Warcraft 3. It's not like players will make mistakes that, oh, I'm gonna finish you in 10 minutes. No chance, right? Those games might happen, but they won't happen often, right? You usually will go to the late game stage where you will just have to outmaneuver and outmicro your opponent. And that's it. So you gotta have to play the long game, especially against Happy. Guys, just write me in chat how many games Happy just lost early or mid game. Not many. Right, so yeah, just more creeping, being very safe. And now you see, kind of is prepping the talons earlier, already free. And it's much better macro-wise, but from Colorful. But again, he's just more ahead than on Autumn Leaves. And the Happy push is not as strong, as you can see. Similar supply, upgrades on the Colorful side, no upgrades again on Happy side. Yeah, just, oh, that was like clutch stuff. And imagine if that happened on the top when there was no stuff, right? It's either TP or you lose a hero. And man, that positioning, talons in the front, losing every anti-air bit, and a rough fight suddenly, losing like 10 supply for free. But yeah, again, push during the night. No mana, Moonwells are there. It's such a tough position for Undead. I know that Happy wants to attack, he wants some trades, he wants to deal some damage. But it's just not comfortable position to attack during the night cycle when there's a lot of moon juice for Night Elf. And especially in the Night Elf base, right? When staffed units are back in the fight really fast. And there's nothing, right? No A-bombs even produced, no mana, just rough, DK going down. Yep. And most undeads, I personally would tap out right now. I would just, okay, whatever, GG, right? There's no chance I'm gonna win. But Lucy, Happy, he's persistent. He's patient, right? I would feel like, oh my god, freaking Night Elf OP, right? Just GG, go next. But not with Happy.
And
He's
good lead for Colorful.
playing till the end. That's the difference between him, me, and probably a lot of other undeads playing till the end. A good trade, though. A good trade.
Happy has to go for a
My
takedown
bad trade was
regardless
being
of long
impatient with
resources.
games. I always wanted to finish them
Comfortably to
fast,
any unit. He has two
which, as you can
worms
see on the highest
and
level,
two
is not
statues.
always the case. But right now, I'll just push forward. This game is probably over. It's already over. Level 5 Demon Hunter. Nice items. Can buy invulnerability potions. No items on Happy. Good on Lich, but not on the DPS. I mean, DPS. He has attack speed, but not hitting like a shotgun, basically, with Lich.
Now,
Pipe,
risk a little
fine, but, you know, not when you're
to
behind.
get the mana.
Colorful can expand in that position. He has a huge bank, and he probably should expand.
Keeping him at the level
Just
three
camp and
spot
that's
by
it.
an
Just don't allow expansion and wait. Get talents, get dryads, get that level 5 Naga, right? And what is interesting from Happy, because I also watched before those games,
in the base.
I think he will be swapping to gargoyles. And this is actually one of the things, yeah, he's already producing the gargoyles and he's producing armor upgrade. I would probably go full on an attack. Not necessarily the armor upgrade, maybe only one, but I would try to aim for the 3 on upgrades, 1 on defense.
To attack, though. Okay,
Oh
he's
my
going
god,
for
the snipes on the
full blood.
wyrms.
They melt.
But yeah, I'm not focusing on the commentating the game, I'm just trying to focus on analyzing on what is happening, right? I love the pit from Happy to have more vision and more scouting on what is happening, especially with the expansions. I still think that Colorful should be expanding. It's really risky that he's playing on one base, even though he was banking for a lot of the time.
Should get master trade.
I still think that expansion could have put some pressure on Happy not to bank for a long time, because he's risking, right, just having so much value from Colorful side to get gold. So yeah, there are different ways you can put pressure on Undead with Night Elf, and he needs items right now. But the tech swap a little bit too late. I honestly think that maybe Undeads will experiment more with playing Gargoyles now when Wyrms feel more available and a little bit buffed. So, you know, like Gargoyles with Wyrms combinations might be strong. And obviously, expansion with Mass Gargoyles is also really, really strong. But then again, you have Panda as a counter, which is tricky to play against. And let's move forward.
What a discovery by Undead.
Happy just going for that last all-in. Gonna sell probably buildings, right? Just bank as much as possible on 50 supply. Just playing defensive expansion from Colorful. A little bit too late. Again, unnecessary aggression, right? Unnecessary aggression. Completely unnecessary. Coil Nova, especially on level 5-5, is risky. You can make a mistake, yeah. Losing even Archer. It's unnecessary. Just protect your own side of the map and don't allow expansion from under. That's all you have to do. All you have to do. It's not like you're going to finish the game right now. Come on. Mana burns, fine, but again, you're risking Coil Nova.
No chance for an expo. There's scouts everywhere.
Some spike, some lag, some misclick, right, and you're cooked. You're done.
Always poison spread.
And Happy might use that momentum, right? Of course, you're doing a lot of damage to Undead as well, but you have Blight, you have statues, you can regen that really, really fast from Undead position. And yeah, small mistake. Have to use Coil. Mana burn on Lich, yeah, so again, kind of too aggressive movement. But it's easy to say, right? It's so easy to say from the sidelines. And Happy still banking a lot of gold, just going for that all-in, 2000, selling buildings, and going for the all-in push. And let's see how much would 80 supply from Colorful. And he sees the production, just break the supply. Why he doesn't have Moonwells to have 100 supply available, right? Let's break 200, and all-in is coming. So we have to be ready for that. And we have one last fight that we're gonna see. And Gargoyles, how are they going to do against that? Coil Nova, kind of rough position, but how can you flank with your Gargoyles? You kind of have to attack from the front. So I understand this. Acolytes fighting, but Colorful just being way too strong there. But all the talents are dying, like Gargoyles are really doing good job. But nothing against Dryads. I think that Colorful is just okay with trading talents for Gargoyles if Dryads will stay untouched, right? Because at the end of the day, When there is no mana anymore, no gargoyles, how are you going to kill dryads? They will be the most annoying unit in the world, and you will want Blizzard to just remove that unit in a situation like that when you're happy. But supply is still close. I think that Colorful could have and should have more supply than 80. He saw that Happy has no expansion and he's breaking supply, so potential all-in was coming, right? But now, that's way too behind. No gold income anymore. Colorful almost level 6. And as you can see, the early pressure with gold did not pay off. As I tell you, it's a cool move. You can punish some metals from time to time, but overall, I don't recommend that play. I tried it myself a couple of times. I always felt too much behind when it did not do more than just denying the nation of war, and I don't know, I don't recommend that play at all. Oh yeah, as you can see, level 5 DK, level 5 Lich Worm. A huge potential for the hero nuking, but still not enough. Level 6, yeah, we're just gonna go forward and Colorful equalizes for 1-1. And we're gonna have a decider game, number 3. And what map it will be? I think I did not watch the third game, though. I was kind of pre-watching those games to just be aware and, you know, just have an idea what I want to talk about. Again, a huge thank you to Back to Warcraft to allowing me to use their footage right in the video on YouTube. And the last map, Springtime. A pretty interesting map. I have played this map recently. Kind of learning it since I have low experience on it. Feels kind of good for Night Elf in early game. And I'm really interested how Happy will approach the early game creeping. Again, putting a nation war for early creeping on the green camp. And this time, as you can see, Happy not going for the goal push, right? He's just playing the standard game. And as I told you, it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Acolyte just being annoying, doing some free damage. That's nice, guys. That's nice. There is no Demon Hunter. Just deal some free damage. Make Night Elf use that Moon Juice, right, early on. Less Moon Juice on to heal Demon Hunter later, right? So it's good. It's good. And Ghouls being pulled in the number of 3. And Happy is going aggressive into the middle or to the Night Elf. He goes for the middle creep. Okay. I can understand this. I guess his way of thinking was that... What's the other creep that Colorful can creep aggressively with his immolation? Probably middle. So I guess like Happy just wants to prevent that from happening and keep Demon Hunter on level 1, which is cool idea. I think that if Happy goes for the either green camp on his side of the map, I think Colorful would take middle with immolation. So that's a nice counter to it. And yeah, forces a mana burn from Night Elf, so no more greedy creeping from Night Elf with immolation. And now, yeah, it's... I know that I told you guys with the Autumn Leaves thing, right, where Happy protected his Demon Hunter, but the difference right now is that he's left with 3 ghouls and 2 skeletons and not like 5 ghouls and 2 skeletons. So it's not that easy to protect right now, and the camp is also harder to creep. It's not easy to protect yourself from mana burn in this situation, right? So this is a different scenario, and Happy just taking huge risks, you know, takes a huge amount of skill to change aggro, control wisp positioning. It's not hard, but it's really hard in micro. It's what Happy is doing right now is really hard in micro. It's really hard to micro this. Trying to trade some damage, nice, and again 22 supply, going to 28 supply. Kind of feel it's an overkill. It's not needed. I think that staying on 26 supply was enough. That was sufficient. But this will just allow him to take more ghouls with him. Instead of 5, he takes 6 ghouls, right? So that's the only difference. You still have to have 3 ghouls at base for the wood. So instead of 5, you're taking 6 ghouls. And again, level 2, go for aggression. You have to maybe try to surround an archer, maybe kill a wisp, maybe stop expanding, expansion from Night Elf if it's being made somewhere, right? Just be a little bit aggressive. And again, look, Happy is not over committing. He's just chasing archers, not aiming for that surrounds, only will take surround when an opening happens, but harasses wisps, you know, splitting damage. That's a lot of multitasking and micro. And I think like a lot of undeads in those situations, they tunnel vision, I need to surround. Look at that. best player in the world, doesn't even try to surround. He's just dealing damage. And what happens? There is no moon juice. No surrounds are required. You're gonna kill something because Night Elf cannot heal it anymore, right? So yeah, good pressure from Happy. Very good pressure. Keeping colorful away from creeping or being greedy, forcing mana burn, no immolation, so much stronger early game compared to Autumn Leaves, already a stronger early game. I'm not talking about Last Refuge, I think this game was kinda meh, forgettable, right? But here, much better, and again, it feels like he's going to go for Naga. You're in a position to take Naga, already boots, nice items, and it's beautiful play for Naga, no need for Lich, you can maintain pressure, already taking goals, so yeah, he's going for Naga, obviously, and more pressure on Night Elf, and the plan is the same, you just delayed, look, he's not overcommitting, he's not going for any creeps, just dealing some free damage on Demon Hunter, just gonna scout if there's no Ancient of War creeping somewhere in the middle of the map, right, no expansions, and just buying time until Dryads arrive, right? You need to buy time, guys. If you want your tier 3 pushes to work, you need to buy time in this phase of the game.
Prioritizing tier 3.
And don't overcommit, because if you overcommit, if you lose too much HP or mana on your heroes, or you lose a goal, the Night Elves will snowball in the mid game. They will get so greedy, and you won't be in a position to stop it from them. Yep. Naga from Colorful, also taking tier 3, nice timing, on par with Happy, and still Happy, not creeping, just running around, being annoying, right? And look what it forces. It forces Colorful to be passive creeping. And this is the moment when I know that Happy doesn't see Dryads, but he knows the timings, right? And he feels like, okay, this is the timing that I can take some creeping. And look what he's doing. He's stealing consumables, and consumables are on this shop and on this shop, and this one is on the side of Night Elf, so he's already stealing. This is what Colorful should be doing on Last Refuge, just steal the consumable, run away. Well, look what Happy is doing, he's just stealing it. That's a huge win for him. He's just, even though it looks small, it's huge gain. Imagine if that was big invulnerability potion that was potentially grabbed by Colorful, right? So Happy is focusing on important objectives, taking away the consumables away from Night Elf, because you don't want to have Night Elf to have like a big heal potion, a big invulnerability potion when you push him on 50 supply, right? Those items can be game changers for Night Elf, because they prevent the nuke from undead, right? Which is essential tool basically to finish the game when you're aiming for that 9 to 10 minute push. Yeah, now little bit risky, obviously, on the undead side, not scouting with skeletons, but you cannot afford everything, right? You just have to assume the position of your opponent and just go from there. Because obviously Colorful could have went for the creepjack, right? But it just, again, he's not in a position to do that, and Happy just being also so greedy with creeping, it's insane. And this, again, a tricky position to be in. Happy is by far not ready to fight. There is no Lich yet, no statues, no mana, but he cannot give it for free to Colorful. So he's kind of being there, but not committing. But again, Colorful. I feel like Colorful all of the time he's overestimating his power. He was a little bit behind, I would say. But now again, over chasing, right? Because Happy, again, he's kind of poking, but he cannot commit. He's not ready to take a fight, right? And I feel like the aggression from Colorful here on the creep was good, but being too over-aggressive on Happy is not necessarily good. He could have easily just keep creeping. He has burst, right? So he could just take that level 6, there's no mana to steal, and just run away. And just take the objective, right? Like this right now, look at that. That's this right now. And that would be good enough. Okay, back to commentating, sorry guys. No edits again, I had to answer, right? So now is really tricky position to play from Happy. He bought time, he wanted Lich, he wanted Orb. He has Nova now to slow down, and now he's fighting. I feel like, again, Colorful just allowed Happy this position, and Happy is just being no mercy, right? Just no mercy, killing units, punishing Colorful for being, again, a little bit too greedy. The entire objective of Colorful was just to take the item. Just take the item and run away. That was all he had to do, right? Again, no staff, no orb. You're not ready to fight. If he had staff and orb in that position, that's huge, right? But again, look at this. Over chasing. There's aura, statues, blight, no chance to do anything. What are you doing, right? Just run away. Run away. You did not lose that much. Just take the item. Take a small lose, but take the win with the item. I feel like Colorful is just being way too greedy and Happy is just punishing all the time, punish. And look, Happy, not a single moment in this entire best of 3 did overcommit. He's always aware of his strength and his position in the game. And now just goes for the creeping. Again, not going aggressive or anything. Okay, back to creeping. Thank you, Colorful. Thank you for that mistake. I will just creep more. And get stronger. Small fight again. Colorful, not ready. No orb. No invulnerability potion on Demon Heart. Okay, that's on Naga, right? But he's not just ready to take that fight. Position is so bad. I mean, you have to accept one thing, that you're not going to contest Undead right now because you kind of screwed up, right? You have to creep the other side of the map and just get ready for that late game fight. Allow Undead to make a mistake, and the way that Happy could commit a mistake was that if he creeps red spot, this lab and expansion, he goes for the base, right? And fight again Night Elf in the night phase. Just take the bottom side of the map as Night Elf. And then, again, you're just trading so inefficiently, and Happy just almost level 4, almost level 3 on Naga. Lich 2.3, but will close down on that level 3 as well. And Demon Hunter and Naga just level 3 and 3, no orb still. So many bad decisions. Again, overestimating his position, thinking that he's more ahead than he was. And those small things just build up, and Happy now, in my opinion, in a commanding position to take the win right now and take the entire series, basically. We're gonna speed up a little bit because it's just small creeping, right? And Happy goes for the push. And look, Colorful just being late to creep that red spot and not ready to defend his base. 58 supply against 50 supply. Looks really hard to win that. No burst to help tanking, only naked dryads. And Happy just dealing tons of damage. 2-0 upgrades as well on the Fiends, so that feels like unwinnable position. Oh my god, even bursts were out of position. Like, look, just bursts right now joining the fight. Level 3 on the Lich, level up. And yeah, just units being out of position. Dries on the flank, that's cute, but you're exposing yourself to Fiends, taking so much damage. Look at that. And TP from Happy, but this is like, yeah, losing everything. Happy lost like what, 4 supply, basically. Yep, so we're gonna speed up because that game is over. Probably should be already GG from Colorful, but again, you know, it's just a class play, playing till the end, but it's no chance. Just gonna be level 4 Naga as well, almost level 4 Lich. It's huge advantage. Army supply advantage, upgrades, not, yeah, upgrades also advantage, right? It's 2-0 against 0-1. Yeah, no moon juice, and now is the perfect time to attack, right? To strike. No moon juice, day, no night, and again, birds just being clumped up, taking huge damage. Big nuke from Happy, and he's going for the finish. So as you can see, even on the highest level of play, what makes Happy so strong, he's not taking risks. Literally, he's not just risking, he's not overcommitting. Whenever something doesn't work out, he just creeps. And he creeps it so well. And Colorful, in every single game, was ahead early game, one way or another. But every single time, overestimated his power in the mid game and just a little bit through the games, I think. You have to play solid from A to Z against Happy. And that's my breakdown of this game. It was really interesting to see wyrms in game 1, but I think I don't really like Finns that much together with wyrms. I think that it's more dynamic to play with destroyers and maybe add A-bombs, but we'll see what happens more. And this was my breakdown of a pro play. I plan on doing some games like that from time to time, but I want to focus more on like lower level and coaching and just showing you how to correct your game and what to take away from those games. From Happy, what we can take away is that don't overcommit as Undead. Just look what your objective is. Always buy time, go back to creeping when you're behind, and just play around your power spikes. Colorful, in my opinion, kind of through those games. I think if he played more safe, less greedy, he could have easily win this 2-1, maybe even 2-0. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.